Stand ready for my arrival, worm.
In the giant abyss that is Agenda Piece, one of, if not the biggest talking points the One Piece community will constantly talk about is fight matchups. Someone can make a simple statement like, my guy can beat your guy, and from that point onward, the fandom will pick their sides and brawl amongst each other like they are going to war. And I am no different, because see, recently the conversation in regards to who's fighting who towards the end of the story has popped up again for the billionth time, and in my opinion, I think one of Luffy's final opponents should be Akainu. You know, given everything that happened at Marineford, you know, killing his brother in front of him, punched a giant hole through that man's chest and spawning a million donut memes because of it, you know, like small stuff. But it has come to my attention that there is a certain part of the fan base that thinks Luffy shouldn't be the one to avenge Ace, his brother who literally died in his arms. Why, you may ask? Because there are a certain number of baboons who think Fraud Emperor Sabo should do it instead.
No. Hell no, for what?
And I'm sorry, guys, and I just don't know what to say. I feel like a disappointed parent watching their child make stupid ass decisions. Because what are we actually talking about here? In what world is Sabo a better matchup for Akainu than having Luffy do it? Like, I swear to God, you Sabo fans accept mediocrity and slop rather than just actual good emotional storytelling. Every justification I hear from Sabo fans justifying why their boy for taking on Akainu instead of Luffy sounds extremely hollow and boring. Because you're not just gonna sit here and look me in my eyes and tell me after all the pain and misery Luffy endured and impelled down, threw himself into one of the biggest events in the history of the world, sacrificing his own lifespan just for the chance, just for the possibility to save Ace, miraculously succeeds in freeing him only to watch his brother die in front of him moments later, protecting him from an attack that was supposed to land on him, and then held his brother in his arms and watched him take his final breath. The collective trauma doing so much damage to this nigga's psyche, he passes out on the battlefield after crying his eyes out, barely manages to escape via the allies he's gained, but has a permanent scar left by Akainu after he blew Jinbei and his backs out. And wakes up from so much trauma, he begins crashing out and having flashbacks of Akainu killing Ace. Luffy is so distraught, he actually questions himself in becoming the Pirate King. Fucking Luffy, of all characters, questioning his dream because of what happened at Marineford. But you want to tell me that Sabo is the better matchup? Why? Tell me why. I know how you niggas think I'm in your head, because I know y'all are gonna say, well, he's Ace's brothers too, and you know what? Bet. You niggas want to talk about brotherhood? I got something for your ass. Marineford was a global event. Oda goes out of his way to show that every sea in One Piece knew what was going down, including the Grand Line. Children are literally singing about Whitebeard. Whitebeard got the whole world shook that fucking nuns are praying to God. People legit thought the world was coming to an end because of how crazy this battle was going to be. And we're talking about an organization like the Revolutionaries. They have no choice but to be tapped into whatever is going on in the world. Like, Ace was defeated by Blackbeard right when the Straw Hats first met Brook back in Thriller Bark, and Ace's Viper card started burning after they left. Before they even make it to Sabaody, several days pass by. Luffy gets his ass sent flying by Kuma for 3 days. After he smooths things over with Boa, he finds out Ace is going to be executed in 6 days. So Ace has been imprisoned for at least 2 weeks, and the world was notified long before Amazon Lily found out because of news getting to their island slower than others. And you mean to tell me that Sabo's ass found out Ace was captured only after he died?
And y'all don't have a problem with this? You just gonna let this slide?
If that ain't the most stinking pile of bullshit I've ever heard. Oh my days, like so much for brotherhood, my nigga. Sabo's head was just conveniently in the sand for days like a fucking ostrich when all that shit was going down. Again, fucking kids knew Whitebeard was pulling up to save Ace. But let's just give a free pass to Sabo. Shit was so ass. Oda drew a what if Sabo of saving Ace and Luffy at Marineford. Nigga, you should have been there. What are we talking about? Looking at one picture of Ace was all it took to jog your memory. That's it. That's all it took. Dragon should have left your ass to die. I swear to God, you forced giant Ace knockoff. No, Sabo just being Ace's brother is not enough for me when you put it side by side with the trauma Luffy experienced. I don't care.
That was an absolutely horrendous performance from start to finish. That was a masterpiece of dog shit.
And I keep seeing this BS about Luffy shouldn't waste his time focusing on Akainu. Why? Oh, well, it's because Akainu is simply not worth Luffy's time. Apparently. Like, Luffy should just focus on Emu and Blackbeard instead. And oh my god, I'm going to make a dedicated Luffy video later, so I'll keep it brief and just say this. Who the fuck do you niggas think Luffy is right now? Y'all talk about Emu as if he didn't no diff rocks without even using his main body and just ate 6 attacks from some of the strongest pirates in the verse. And now this man is putting belt to ass on everyone in Elbaf. Luffy barely did anything to Emu while they were possessing Gunko, and the man gassed out. How is Luffy supposed to reach Emu's level if he doesn't grind first? Would y'all like Luffy to just magically get strong, or do you want to see the process? Again, actual storytelling or just slop? Which one do y'all want? Like, let's be honest. Can we be so real right now? Y'all only want Sabo to fight Akainu because you want to give him a cooler fight that is better than Fruitless Burgess or getting his back blown out by Emu. Even though, as a revolutionary, it makes more sense for him to fight against the Gurusei or the Holy Knights. Low-key, it makes sense for him to fight Shamrock, in my opinion. Again, revolutionary versus Celestial Dragon Holy Knight. And it's the child that Dragon couldn't save versus the one that he did. In terms of Sabo's role as a revolutionary, I think that fits better. And also from a different angle, you got 2 shoehorn brothers in the story duking it out with each other. Like, let the bums go ahead and fight each other. But that brother shit with Ace does not move me as much as seeing Luffy being the one to get revenge on the man that literally killed Ace in front of him and had him questioning his dream. Like, out of all the characters in the story, Luffy was so shook he questioned his dream. This is the same nigga that can't go one arc without saying he's gonna become the Pirate King. Like, I think Luffy would actually explode if he couldn't say that shit. And also for you guys who just want to see fire over magma.
Oh my god, corny, lame, boo, tomato, I'm throwing tomato.
You deadass don't give a fuck about these characters outside of power scaling. Again, an extremely hollow and boring reason. I needed to get this off my chest. Always good to give Sabo some more lashings. I'm sure Oda will give me more ammo in the future. I will keep slandering this nigga till he actually gets something good thrown his way instead of his fans trying to say him getting back shots in Mary Joa is better than Zoro or Sanji's performance against Emu. Like, oh my days. But you know, hey, that's another topic again. If you like this video, consider subscribing, and I hope you have a great day, and please stay safe. Peace.